Conor Cosgrove, the match winner, the super sub, as Garrycastle are Leinster champions for the first time. You must be thrilled. I mean, you know, it's one thing winning the Leinster medal, but to get that vital score at the death, huge pressure, but you delivered.
I delivered, yeah. It was just lucky. It was me. It was on my side, scored position. So, I mean, I was delighted to have that opportunity to do it. I'm delighted it went over, but it's not about personal. It's about the team in there, and I don't think it's really sunk in yet. Maybe over the Christmas we might just sit back and just think, geez, we're Leinster champions. But it's an unbelievable day for the club, but we're not finished here yet. Now we have a massive local rival, local battle against Bridget's and Kiltoom. We know them very well, so we'll enjoy this, but we'll get our heads back into that now then.
I'm sure at least one of the national papers tomorrow will have the exact wording: Cosgrove hits match winner as Garrycastle win first Leinster title. But you know, for yourself, just to be introduced and to play a part, I'm sure you're delighted.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make a difference if I was the one to score the winner, as the main thing is that we won. I mean, as for the headlines, I kind of feel a bit sorry when my dad was sick there last few weeks and he couldn't make it here today. Now he watched on telly. I was talking to him there already, and he's thrilled. So it might mean more to him than anything, but it'd be nice. It doesn't. The headlines don't make a difference to me.
Did you know that was going to be the last kick of the game?
Well, I knew there wasn't much. I thought actually after they got the equaliser that it was done, because the additional time came on for 1 minute. I thought that was it. And even when we worked it up and he blew for the free, I thought that was the final whistle as well. So I knew there wasn't much in it, but whether it was the last kick, you can't be thinking about that stepping up to it. You just have to focus on it.
I know it was your first Leinster title, and I know obviously that was at stake today, but was this was the fact that Bridget's were already in an All-Ireland semi-final from, you know, was that any incentive for you to face them?
No, not a bit. If we were thinking about Bridget's and Roscommon, we never would have won there today. That would have been very foolish to do that. We were just focusing on a serious Bridget's from Dublin team. I mean, Dublin champions are always doing well, so if you underestimate them, it's at your peril.
Would you say there's certain things you need to rectify before the All-Ireland semi-final? The stakes will get higher now, and I suppose you got a great start. That's one thing you hadn't done maybe this year. You've got that right. Now to just, I suppose, stay in front, but you'll always have teams come back like that.
Exactly, and I mean, we've seen Bridge to Roscommon's game in Connacht. I mean, both their second halves against the Sligo champions and Corofin, they performed very strong, and we faded badly in the second half, so we're going to have to look to rectify that. It's an hour long. The first half an hour was great for us, but then we just faded away once they get on top of us. I mean, we were very lucky to come out with the win. Like, you know, probably at the end it looked like it was going to be a draw. We got that score in the end, but we'll have to remember it's an hour game.
And the memories of you kicking that point and the minutes that ensued around it, and the Garrycastle supporters and the subs and everybody streaming onto the pitch, you know, those are the memories that will live long.
Exactly. They'll never be forgotten. I mean, just the final whistle went there and everybody thronged on, all the supporters and players. It was unbelievable. All the slaps on the back. I'd say I have a red back now at this stage, but I'm just delighted. Remember it forever, and thank God we did it.
Come on, thanks.
All right,
Conor.
James Dolan, that smile on your face, it would stretch right across the Shannon Bridge over into Kiltoom, but certainly for yourselves today, great celebrations, great victory, and the manner of the victory as well, you know, fairy tale stuff.
Exactly, fairy tale stuff. I thought we threw it away there in the last couple of minutes. They must have stuck 5 or 6 points over the bar in a row, and you know, we were really against it. But by God, when we got that ball out of it, last minute, last kick of the game free, we wouldn't have it any other way. Absolutely delighted.
Dessie was doing well with points from playing frees. Gary doing well also. It was a tremendous effort from all concerned.
Everyone put their shoulder to the wheel today. You know, we couldn't afford to carry anyone, and fair play to them all. You know, we showed what we're worth today, and everyone worked for the team. We put huge effort into the first half. We were absolutely wrecked coming off at half time, and we knew we had to weather the storm. Bridges were going to come back at us, and by God did they come back. You know, they really had us up against the wall, but absolutely delighted to come over here with a victory, you know.
How important was that good start, you know, because as had been said before the game, you know, both teams starting sluggish today. It had to happen that one team was going to build up some head of steam.
Yeah, we knew that the start was vital, you know. In the semi-final against Athy, I don't think we scored until for 13 minutes in, you know. Back even 2 years ago against Portlaoise, they did the same to us. You know, we were 5 or 6 points down before we even knew we were in a final. You know, that experience kind of stood to us, and we knew we had to get the the first couple of scores, thank God we got them, and it set us up brightly for the rest of the game.
It looked like extra time might have been on the cards when the St. Bridget's substitute, whose name eludes me at the moment, Gavin McIntyre, got that 60th minute effort, but he kept up the momentum.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be extra time, but I looked at the ref and he didn't have the whistle in his mouth, so I knew there was going to be one last play in it, and thankfully we got the break. We were betting breaks there for the last 10 minutes, absolutely backs to the wall stuff, and they really put it up to us. We got the last break. Mark McCallan got a ball in the wing, fair play to him, took on his man and got the free, and fair play to Cosy, no better man, straight over the bar.
Your hands strapped up there, I'm guessing that was in the lead up to this game rather than the exertions of this afternoon.
I'll tell you what I have, I broke my wrist against Longford Slashers in the quarter final, and I've been cutting off the cast ever since and strapping it up, but I knew there was Leinster in this, and it's worth it. I'll take any pain for this medal today, and I'm absolutely delighted.
And the thing about it is that it's mid-February now, an All-Ireland semi-final against St. Bridget's of Kiltoom. As we said, there'll be great battles and great rivalry and great talk between the Dolans on both sides of the Shannon now.
It's absolute fairy tale stuff. Who knew, at the start of the year, the All-Ireland semi-final against our near neighbours Bridget, we're all friends with them. I have 3 cousins on the team, it's absolutely mad, but I tell you, we'll get nothing easy off them, and they won't get anything easy off us as well. It'll be enemies again, on the day.
And I'm sure you'll enjoy tonight. There'll be one hell of a party, and I'm sure over Christmas you'll enjoy Christmas as well, but the focus will be quickly back to training and an All-Ireland semi-final. You're not going to stop here.
Oh, exactly. We'll enjoy the Christmas, and we'll come back and in January or whenever we're coming back, and we'll put the shoulder to the wheel again, trying to keep the momentum up, and where else would you rather be in February other than in an All-Ireland semi-final? Absolutely.
I'm sure the place you want to be is in that dressing room celebrating right now, so thanks very much, James, and best of luck in the All-Ireland.
Thanks a million. Cheers. Thanks.
Desi Dolan, I think it was 5 points today you got just walking into the dressing room here. It's, I don't know what it is, 30-40 minutes after the game, the excitement, this means a lot to the people at Garrycastle.
It's incredible, great occasion for the club. It's a small club in Athlone, and we're thrilled. Long time trying to get our opportunity to do it, and we did it today, and we're absolutely thrilled with the win.
That's Martin Skelly, the Leinster chairman there, shaking your hand, but you got the Man of the Match award today from TG Cahir, but anyone could have got it. It was that kind of a match.
Yeah, there's loads of great players there, great experience, great heart. We're a long time trying this. Sean O'Donoghue was super, David O'Shaughnessy, the defence was super, John Gaffey played very well, Colin Mullen very short in goal, lots of very good players there, and it's just hard to get the chance to win, and we're delighted that we did in the end. We probably made hard work of it, but the score by Conor Cosgrove was crucial.
You had to. This has to be one of the best moments of your career to date. I know first ever Leinster title with Westmeath in the senior championship was special, but this has to be the best moment of your life today.
It is. To win with your club is special because it's your family and friends, and that's what it's all about.
I'll let you back into the dressing room. Thanks very much. That was Desi Dolan there, the man of the match in the 2011 AIB Leinster Senior Club Football Final. Anthony Cunningham, the victorious Garrycastle winning manager. We're here in the dressing room. It must be nearly an hour after the game now at this stage, and there's still smiles on people's faces. The smiles will last long over Christmas and into February. This means a huge amount to the people of Garrycastle.
Yeah, I think Garrycastle are delighted, and the deservers, and the club deserves it, and the supporters deserve it, and so I suppose a huge amount of support as well from Westmeath, because this was the first team wins a provincial club title, and the clubs love that. They might be our enemies, and it'll be hard going between each other in club championship, but I think we have to acknowledge great support from the clubs of Westmeath as well.
I said it to you 8 days ago when we were talking in the Garrycastle clubhouse of maybe 3 highs for yourself to bow out on. You've managed one, there's an All-Ireland semi-final to come now, there's no stopping Garrycastle, I'm sure, now at this stage.
Well, we'll be looking forward, I suppose we'll enjoy a few days there and look forward to the Bridges Challenge. It's going to be very tough. The unique thing about it is the winner goes and plays on Paddy's Day, which everyone wants to do that's ever played football or hurling, whatever it is for a club, that's where you want to play. And
just talk to me a bit about the game. 6 points to 1. It was great to make a positive start. That was required, and you got the result from the lads. I think it was Dessie who scored 4 of those 6 points, the first 4 points. It was a great start, and it's not easy to start like that in a Leinster final, but the lads really responded to whatever was said in the dressing room before you went out.
I think they were very focused, and I probably learned from a couple of years ago. The Portlaoise match 3 years ago, we didn't play well in the first half, and we're always chasing the game, so it was a great start. And we couldn't say enough there at half time, but we knew that Bridges were going to rock us there in the second half. I suppose the first 10 minutes of the second half we probably had a couple of chances to edge through again, but what the last 20 minutes from them. They whittled away, they win a lot of the breaks at midfield, and we did well to, I suppose, hold on there, and it was nip and tuck, and a great point there from Cosy in a difficult angle there in the last kick.
It shows great character from his side to, concede 8 points unanswered and then come back and deliver the match winner.
Well, I think we've great character, and we were on the ropes. We were 9 points down in the county final against Mullingar. Wasn't looking pretty, and the same happened on the replay. We're down, but had a tremendous second half and stormed and kept them scoreless and thing in the second half. So, look, there's great character here, but we probably should have kicked on from where we were at half time. That would be concerning, and we'd have to look at that.
Over those 8 unanswered points, and I suppose the first 7 in that in particular, it was 7 unanswered points came straight after your goal. You'd look comfortable start as the second half, then it seemed to fall apart a little bit. Bridges sharpened up extremely well defensively as well.
They did, yeah, and they got on a super roll, but I suppose the only thing with the goal is it probably came a small bit too early for us. We were so far ahead, but we lost a bit of shape and composure, but that happens, but there isn't a whole pile you can do. But I think the subs as well helped a good bit for us, bringing them in, fresh legs there.
One thing I suppose as well from yourselves that you would have to point as one of the huge positives and one of the huge performances in this game was the performance of the defence, because although you leaked 8 points unanswered, the defence really kept out an awful lot, and there was goal chances there for Bridget and your defence, and I suppose John Gaffey was just one of those players who led by example, but the defence overall was superb.
Yeah, I think the 6 defenders and Alan Fox, the 7th who came in there, were tremendous, and they were tremendous in the first half and in the second half. They're under huge pressure, you have got to take your hat off them. They really, really worked hard. It was tough going there. Pitch probably can be a bit heavy at times this time of the year, but lads found it awful hard going there, and they're a seriously fit side and strong side physically. So what a finish.
We talked about the likes of Sean Murray being one of the Bridges players to watch heading into this game. He was probably kept a little bit quieter than usual. You had your homework done there and homework done on other players as well. They didn't have as many big performances maybe in certain departments as they had in the campaign to date.
Well, I think they're quite an even team as well. They're very strong on the middle third. So they rocked us there, and they were flying it, as you said, when they stormed through there, and the next thing was 4 points in it, 3 points, 2 points. But that'll be something we'll be looking at this this time of the year. But it's good to have a good bench as well.
They always say, the research on the opponents, that's vital as well. Focus on your own abilities, obviously, as much as you can, but a little bit of info on the opposition, it's always good to have. All of the guys in Bridges, there's no need for any introductions there now after Christmas.
I know all of these guys here in Garrycastle know them. They went to school with them and they played with them, and we've always played them, and I suppose I'd have worked with all these Bridges players from underage up, and look at it's a great huge excitement and great for the competition, and there'll be loads of commentary I guess on it for the next while, but one we'll be looking forward to immensely.
It's going to be great banter, the likes of Bridget's captain, of course a former Garrycastle player. You've got the Dolans on both sides, and there's plenty of guys probably went to school with each other as well. This is kind of what it's about. Club is family. That's the motto that AIB have put in this competition, and it's about families playing against each other on the fields and having the banter off it, and I'm sure that's going to manifest itself in both Garrycastle and St. Bridget's Kiltoom over the next while.
Well, there's a huge Dolan dynasty there in the Midlands, and they live and breed football. Fantastic players on Frankie and Darren and Garvin on the Bridges side, and Alan Fox, the first cousin as well, and then you have Gary and Desi and James, and that's going to bring a special bite to it as well. But look at they're wonderful players, I'd have to say, right through, but all the players on both sides, and Bridges Common are a fantastic club, and they're going to leave no stone. I don't think they got the credit for being so close to Crossmaglen last year. They were extremely unlucky. I thought maybe they could have won that match, and didn't play as well as they expected to play the last day, but got through, and that's a great sign of a team. At
the start of 2011 you were charged with managing 2 teams, the Galway under-21 hurlers, the Garrycastle senior footballers. With the under-21 hurlers in Galway, you won, Connacht, you're the only team there, but you won All-Ireland honours. It was tough against Dublin in Semple Stadium, particularly after lost 12 months previous in the All-Ireland decider. Then to come along after a replay and win Westmeath title, and now a Leinster one, that's all you could have hoped for in 2011.
Well, I suppose you don't get years like this, but too often, and you take it when you get it. But it's not just me. It's, we shouldn't make too much of managers. I mean, the Galway set up with 2 fantastic coaches there, and Tom Helbert and Matty Kenny, and we have a great setup there, and equally here we have a great setup. I mean, Aidan Dunning and Richie here, they do tremendous work and getting players out and pushing players, and whether they're under 18s right through to older guys. So you need everybody, and it's a great position to be in. I mean, I hope the luck continues. As I suppose Galway, if we talk about the hurling side, they need success at senior level, and you're only judged on successes.
Well, Santa Claus knows Anthony Cunningham's been a good boy over the year, and perhaps the Christmas present for next Sunday would be a bit of remedy to get your foot in order. How's that shaping up, your injury?
Yeah, it's okay. I had an Achilles tendon operation there a month ago, so I have to get it out of the boot here on the 6th of January, but it'll be slow. So it's an operation that requires a lot of physio and a lot of exercise. So.
It's a good symptom to have after a long year, I'm sure. But Anthony Cunningham, thanks very much, and we'll talk to you in 2012.
Okay, thanks very much.